Hi Matt, hi Claw, hi Brian, it's Aunt Kim. I happen to be making hummus tonight, and last weekend when I saw you, we had a big long conversation about how much Brian loves hummus. So I figured what better opportunity than to just show you how to make hummus. I'm making a big batch, so obviously this is going to be smaller for you guys, but first I want to bring you through just the ingredients, the kind of things you'll keep on hand. So I'm going to flip around, and first of all, you need garlic. And so I'm using fresh garlic just because that's what I tend to use. I always have some on hand. But if you don't have fresh garlic on hand, by all means, get a jar of garlic, keep it in the fridge, and plan on using a spoonful of that. Or less, depending on how much you're making. Then the key ingredient is chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I'm a big fan of Goya, but it doesn't have to be Goya. But what's nice about Goya is it comes with a pop-top lid. And so it's really easy to open. When you open the beans, you just need to do a quick rinse, no major washing or anything like that, just a quick rinse and drain them. And whatever you don't use, put back in the fridge and throw them in a salad or use for another batch. Don't be surprised if they smell a little funny when you first open them. That's just the nature of garbanzo beans. They just smell a little funny at first when they come out of the can, but they're delish. Then you need olive oil, absolutely a must. I suppose you can use canola oil or some other light oil, but I'm a big fan of olive oil. And lemon juice. If you happen to have fresh lemons on hand, go for it. But using, real lemon or something like that works just fine as well. And then you're going to need salt and pepper. Salt, I'm a big fan of kosher salt. And pepper, whatever kind of pepper you want. White pepper happens to be my personal favorite, only because it doesn't leave black specks and everything, and it makes dishes look prettier, and it tends to taste a little better too. A key thing that you're going to need is tahini. I get organic tahini from the market, and so it comes in like a bulk container, but you can find it at the supermarket in a can or a jar, and it'll last a long, long time in the fridge. You'll just do a spoonful of it. You may need to stir it up before using it because it separates, but if you don't have tahini or you don't feel like keeping tahini on hand, then a really good substitute for tahini when you're making hummus is peanut butter and sesame oil. So a spoonful of peanut butter and a dash of sesame oil can do a really good job at mimicking tahini because all tahini is sesame paste. And it really does taste a lot like peanut butter. So peanut butter and a dash of sesame oil can easily substitute for tahini if you need it to. And then what I'm doing tonight is, remember I told you that you can mix other stuff in with hummus to kind of make it something that Brian would love. So I'm adding beets to the hummus tonight because I saw a recipe online where someone made beet hummus, and I thought it sounded like a great idea, and I love beets. So I'm going to be adding beets. And what I did when I steamed the beets, because beets aren't really great raw, they kind of need to be cooked. When I steamed them, I reserved the liquid from it because sometimes when you make hummus, you want to add a little extra liquid. Sometimes it's too thick, and so I just add water. But in this instance, I've got the beet juice that I steamed it with, so why not use it? And then the last secret, and if whatever you're going to use, if you want to use broccoli or greens or whatever you want to mix in, you pretty much can mix in anything into hummus. The last secret ingredient, well, not really a secret, but a must, is cumin. You do need to have cumin on hand. You absolutely can make hummus without cumin, but you're going to wonder why it doesn't taste as good as the hummus that you got in the market. And that's because cumin is really important for good hummus. So you can just get a thing of cumin. I happen to be such a big fan of cumin that my friends and I get like really high-end cumin online, and we use it by the boatload. So cumin is really good, and it's nice to have fresh cumin because cumin it doesn't last forever like some spices last forever. Cumin doesn't. So if you get some, use it up. And I will be back in a moment, and we'll throw the ingredients together.